don't know about you guys, but this has been a difficult week for me. It's been a difficult month. It's been a difficult year. It seems like overnight we wake up and the world has just changed just like that. Don't know where you are. I'm not sure what you've been going through, but today as I encourage myself, I come to talk to somebody who feels like sure with everything I'm going, how to react or cope. It doesn't have to be anything bad. It just can be different. It can be the changing of time that threw you off an hour. You set the clock on the phone and the car, and watching the wall is correct, but your internal clock is still asleep. The alarm is saying get up. Talking to somebody who finds themselves in a place where all I've done is work, and I'm not sure if it is the reason I'm off, if it's just that I have nothing to do while I'm home. Not sure if I'm too involved in the employment that I don't know the enjoyment of being off work at home. Maybe you're anxious and you find yourself in a worrisome place where you're not even sure what to think. And I think that becomes the overthinking for anxiety-ridden people. The anticipation of what you don't know is scarier than what you ever could know. I wanted to bring light to one scene in the text in Luke 22. It's interesting how he asked the disciples to come and pray with him. He leaves them behind, not the joy in him, because worship, of course, is intimate. So he tells the disciples, you guys stay here and you pray, and I'm going to go ahead of you and pray. An angel comes and strengthens him, reassures him of his calling, of his faith and affirmation. But when he comes back, the disciples are asleep. But today I wanted to focus on the Peter, the John, the James in the room. The disciples that went to sleep and said, God, I woke up like this. I'm talking to somebody today who this year has put you off. It has been difficult. You feel manipulated, you feel played, you don't know how to feel. You're confused in emotion, confused in reaction, confused in if you should respond or retaliate, if you should fight back. Know how to feel, what to do, where to go, who to be. Yesterday was fine, and today I just woke up like this. I woke up to my life feeling out of place. I woke up to what was alive yesterday seems to be dead, and joy and peace and happiness, it's not here anymore. I gotta tell you, I know that many times, many people find themselves in this situation, this space. You know you've been through it and dragged in it. You done been put in it and left in it. You done fell asleep and nobody woke you up in it. I'm talking about it caught you way off guard. We know that. You know that. God knows that. It's so known that the enemy even knows it. But my assertion today is that you cannot stay here. And so I don't want to spend too much time going down the depiction of how you feel. But I gotta tell you, Jesus went ahead of them. I don't know where you are. I'm not sure what you've been dealing with. I have no idea if you've made it to even this part of the video, but God went ahead of you. He went ahead of you to pray that you end up getting everything that is promised to you. He went ahead of you. He went ahead of the trial and fought for you. He went ahead of the case and went ahead and settled it for you. He went ahead in the unemployment claim and went ahead and pushed it in your favor. He goes ahead of you. God is in the hospital room even right now before you even get there, and he is making sure that report comes out right. He's making sure that the surgery goes the right way. God goes ahead of you. I can't hear you today. God went ahead of the accident and made sure it didn't happen this morning. God went ahead of your next week where it's past due, overdue, it's beyond due, and God paid it ahead of time. I'm talking about the extension has been approved, the grant has been given, it's already on the way. Everything that will push you into your destiny, God goes ahead of you. I can't hear you today that we're talking about your future. I'm just I'm just relaying to you that your past, you don't have to deal with anymore because God has moved you. He went ahead of you. I'm just talking about your future. You ain't got to get excited. I'm excited for me. I'm excited for everything that is my destiny. Everything that's about to change for me. I'm excited for the greater place God is going ahead of me and allowing me to wake up and walk into it. Every time that I would think something bad, God is changing it because he walks ahead of me. Every time I would project over my life that I will fail, God sees no failure in my future. He walks ahead of me. Every time I would self-doubt me, God goes ahead of me and pushes me to my purpose and says, well, my doubt is that will be not my demise, but my determination, that God is determined to help me get to where I'm going. I know this today because God goes ahead of me. He went ahead of them and said, God, let this cup pass. And if it be your will, whatever your will is, let it be. I'm telling you today that an angel came and strengthened Jesus. And I got to tell you that God went ahead of you, absolutely, and would make sure every bitter cup passed before you. It may come to you in temptation, but it won't overtake you. It may come to you in observation, but it won't overtake you. It may come to you in contradiction, but it won't overtake you. It may come to you in demise attempt, but it won't overtake you. The attack is not to take you out. The attack is so you can clap back, not to him, not to the enemy, not to the people, not to the girl. You can clap back to God and says, he walked ahead of me. He's ahead of you on today to know that the place where you are going is a place where he won't leave you, where God prays for you, sets aside for you. God has determined for you that your destined end is that you'll win. I know this because the angel comes and strengthens him. I can't hear nobody. When it is you would fall, there's not only the presence of the Spirit there, but Jesus is there as well. I'm talking about where 2 or 3 are gathered. There you can touch and agree on anything. You don't have to see it to touch it. You don't have to even be in awareness that you're holding your hand. I don't have to know. Just touch and agree with the Spirit that's in the room. You have to be so steadfast in the unmovable grace of God that I know his Spirit is here, even though I can't see him. I know that he surrounds me and encourages me. I know that he pushes me when I want to give up. I know he propels me in the purpose of my calling when it is I can't find me. No, he pushes me. You ever feel pushed in it? You ever feel under the weather? You feel restrained in it. You feel like the wind is blowing against you and you're trying to make it your way, but you seem like you're at a standstill. Let me tell you on today that God is pushing you. Every time that he pushes you, then the elements are you walking against it. They are opposing you because God is pushing you. If you get in a stale, stagnant place, know that God may be further away. But anytime you feel yourself facing the fight, you know that God is destined you to be pushed in it. He's pushing you because the wind is against you. He's pushing you because the enemy sent attacks against you. He's pushing you because friends are opposing you. He's pushing you on today because everything, every mission, every will, every word of God is that you make it to your destiny and you come out okay. Here today, I stopped in. I just wanted to tell you about your future. You ain't got to get excited. I'm excited for me. I'm so excited for me. I'll be excited for you. I'm excited that the car is about to be paid off. I'm excited about the student loans are about to be declared clear. I'm excited about the world taking a new direction when they approach you. I'm talking about the spouses getting better. I'm talking about the credit being repaired, the houses being mended. I'm talking about everything that you would speak over your yesterday that you did not see. God says, I'm giving you the vision without the glasses that you'll be able to see and be grateful of the Spirit that comes to strengthen you, to encourage you. I need you to identify with on today that you're never alone. Never feel like you're on your own. Before you give in, understand that God stepped out. That I know you were sleeping and woke up like this is a mess of a mix. But know that wherever God provides you, that he sends Jesus up ahead of you. God bless you today.